hate to break the fishing news after Remchuk, but I'd like to speak about the ice hockey.
Congratulations, you're one of the 13 listeners of the Real Life Podcast.
Yeah. We just treated a migraine for like an orgasm.
Might want to mark that down.
All of my projects are on schedule until they're not.
A member of the Nation Network of Podcasts.
About as funny as we're going to get today.
Ah, shit.
Our mics were potted up that whole time.
Were they?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice. Lego 2 movie, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
I've really gotten a taste for Gatorade recently. I drink a ton of Gatorade for some reason.
That doesn't sound good.
Is that the new piss?
Are they sponsored for? Are they sponsoring us?
Not
yet
at
or
all.
what?
I went like 2
What do you got though? Is that a G2?
Yeah. Went a couple months ago on that bachelor party. And I was like, oh, the boys are going to need some Gatorade. So I bought like 2 flats of Gatorade for like 8 of us.
Because you got to be careful with Gatorade too. Like there's high sugar content.
I know. And no one drank them. So now they're all at my house. So I
Bring
just
me
been
some
like,
Gatorade.
1 for breakfast, 2 for lunch, and a sensible 3 for dinner.
The G0s I'm super into.
it's probably better than me drinking a can of Coke during the podcast.
Well,
Actually, probably closer than you'd think. Eh?
I mean, as if you care.
Oh, nope. 0 grams of sugar.
No, that's
But it's
the
full
G0.
of full of what? Aspartame?
Aspartame,
8%
probably.
of my daily chloride. I've been saying.
Chlorida.
Chloride. I got to get my chloride.
As if you care about what poison you put in your body.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
That's a great point.
You drink Prime. That's like
You drink
basically
Bud
drinking
Light
jet
sodies.
fuel.
Did I tell you I bought like a liter one and I'm letting it age?
You got a liter of
Bud Light
cola?
Cola,
I
right?
got a
I'm
liter
letting
of
it
cola.
age.
That ain't
Yeah,
right.
that's it.
Like, what
Bottom
does that
shelf.
even mean?
Bottom shelf of my beer fridge is just.
You're
gonna
just
sit there for a bit.
waiting for the weekend?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
That's like last night I had a beautiful bottle of red wine and that's what you're doing?
Similar.
You know what
Same
the weird thing? Have you been given like a semi-old bottle of red wine?
No.
I'm so intimidated to open. I've got a bottle that's a 2008 and one that's like a 2011. And I can see why people accumulate wine in cellars because you're just scared to open the wine. You don't want to do it because I'm like, oh my God, this is so old. And you're just letting it get older. And there's a point of time where wine can only get so old and actually starts getting bad.
Yeah. My thing now is Uncle Carrie's giving me a couple of labels to check out. So every time I get a payment from my OnlyFans page, some of that can go to maybe buying 1 bottle.
You get drunk on the new stuff, and you work your way at the courage to open up them old bottles.
Yeah, I think that's
But then you're not going to taste
Yeah, I
the
was going to say, I thought it was
enjoyment
always
of
the other way around.
I don't know.
All the
That's
red
the way
wine.
it works.
Yeah.
But it should be the way you suggest.
I imagine it like by the time you had your 9th bottle, now I don't drink red wine because I'm not an aristocrat, but you're like, well, fuck that shit. I'm going to go get that special bottle down in the basement from my grandma. And then that's when you open up the bottle you shouldn't open up, and it's your 12th bottle of the night.
That kind of reminds me of this. The other day we were, I had a buddy over and we were just drinking red wine. And as it went into bottle 3, 4, that's when we started being like, you know what? We should buy acres of land.
It does put you in a more,
Entrepreneurial mood.
creative space. Yeah, for
I
sure.
think so.
I like finding a place like the only time I'll drink expensive fancy wine is if you go to a restaurant that has like cheap corkage or no corkage, as you told me about a restaurant yesterday on Wednesdays have no corkage.
Yeah.
Cause you're going to go and spend, like, if you're going to go have a good meal and treat yourself right, you're going to probably spend $100, $150 on wine for the table.
Well, so last night I texted you, I went out for dinner last night and they had a wine sale. So you just got wholesale on what they got. So bottles were, the bottle I got was about $30, which is pretty reasonable
which they would probably sell for like 70 or 80.
It was listed at $70. Yeah. So had a nice bottle of wine, some pasta last night. It was lovely.
So now, So now think about
And in the summer, no corkage right now.
all summer.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
okay.
like
I got to do
summer
that
special.
because this is where you go and like buy a bottle of Camus. It's $100.
Yeah.
Because you're going to go and spend that at the restaurant anyways.
Yeah.
So like, that's the time I go and buy expensive wine.
Yeah.
It's weird math. It just makes sense. I'm just looking finally for that green light to buy that $100 bottle of wine. And it's in those circumstances.
All I wanted was a nice plate of pasta last night. Took the missus out for a little date night. And I was like, well, of course I'm going to have a glass of red wine. She goes, well, they're on special right now. You can get a bottle essentially for the same price as an 8-ounce glass. I'm like, wow, I'm an idiot not to.
In a similar note, your M-Truck, I found out that if you go to the 7-Eleven and get a Four Loko and then pretend to slip and fall on the ground with it open a little bit, they're not going to check that Four Loko and you can leave with like half of it for free. You just need to pretend to be pretty injured.
I've been drinking Co-op Lager.
There we go.
I've cheap house beers. How's the Co-op Lager? My house beer, my cheap house beer is the President's Choice, like the beer.
Beer. Or PC Pills. PC Pills go down.
PC Pilsners are
They'll get
okay.
the job
Or the
done.
Brew House Lights. They're like $75 a can or something like that.
This is the terrible way that I ended up drinking a watermelon boxer tolly once because I was like, I'll get that. That's cheap as shit. And
Watermelon? Hell yeah.
I didn't realize. I didn't realize what it was. It looked like a normal tolly from the Minhas Brewing Corporation, and that put me off.
So when I'm getting set for like a weekend or whatever, I always, because I like craft beers. I like beers that taste really good. So I'll always get, like 4 to 8 of the craft beers. And then you got to just load up on like whatever else. Co-op lagers, PC Bills.
Tap water
Just
IPA.
to move units through your
like
system.
you have 1 or 2 and then kind of like your thing with the red wine, except I guess the reverse. Yeah, your thing with the red wine.
Yeah.
You have 1 or 2 good ones and you're like, all right, I'm cruising now, and just right to the
Because you can only, because the reality about craft beer is there's
I can only drink 2 anyway.
you can only drink and if you do drink them all night because they're unpasteurized, like the next morning, like it hurts if you drink a lot of them. So you keep it to 2 and then you move to like your house.
Yeah,
interesting.
It's important to have a house beer. Although, what I've learned about the nation is if you post your house beer on social, you will get shredded. A lot of beer snobs out there.
So my house beer is shifted right now, and maybe it's a summer thing, but I am all about Heineken's.
I love a Heineken
in the bottle.
I crushed a lot of Heineken last weekend at the Smash Up Derby I was at.
You can tell we're in different classes because that's an expensive beer.
I wouldn't call that a house beer by any means.
No, it is.
It's got to be sub $1 a can.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
I'm talking Brew House. I'm talking Old Milwaukee.
You know what?
One of them's always on sale.
Okay, sorry. I got Old Mill is good, and if I can find it, and this is shout out to my cousin in Moose Jaw, Mikey.
Old Vienna.
Olympia.
Ooh, Olympia. If
you can find Olympia's good. OV's legit.
Yeah.
That's our other buddy.
I remember when we had Ryder come in to do an episode of ONR in the old dungeon studio, and he brought a case of OV. That was good.
We're working on a project with Ryder coming up a little bit later in the summer.
Is it a new dungeon studio with a brick wall?
Yep.
Speaking of brick walls, we are turning the wall that's currently behind us in this studio into a brick wall.
I'll believe it when I see it.
That's what I wanted to ask about. You guys in the group chat for Real Life, it goes...
Not the Otani Boys one that Tyler got kicked out
Well, yeah, no, we kicked Tyler out of that one because Jay and I are both wearing our Otani jerseys.
Boys group chat.
We had an Otani Boy that you're not a part of.
Yeah, we do have it. But
Baggedmilk and I are both wearing
Jay
Otani jerseys. We're all going to the Riverhawks game tonight.
Yo, straight up, like the group chat's gone. You guys actually deleted it. That's so mean.
Well, no, you deleted you out of it.
Oh, no, there it is.
Test. Oh, wait.
He just sent a text message to see that it still worked. So anyway, back to the studio. In our group chat, it goes, hey, Charles, the wall looks great. So I walk into the studio. We're like, oh, did we get upgrades? Was this supposed to happen over the weekend or something?
Today. After our episode on Monday, Charles and I hung back. We got custom blackout blinds. We got the brick for the brick wall. And then we're doing something else in the other room. And Chalmers and I laid it all out. And I was like, Chalmers, Thursday, as soon as we're done recording the pod, we'll take everything off the wall and we'll get going on this. Because the studio will be out of commission for a little bit, actually, once this gets rolling.
What's the time? What kind of time estimate has Chalmers provided?
So
we told him, we were like, what's the invoice? Like, what's the estimate? He goes, tell you when I'm done.
Bullshit.
Hell of a way to do this.
It's amazing we have houses to live in.
Plus whatever number I make up.
Yeah. What is he, a military contractor?
Well, to quote the opening to Real Life, all my projects are on schedule until they're not.
Yeah.
We're living that right now.
Before I even messaged in the Real Life group chat about today's episode, I texted him privately, 8:43 in the morning. I said, we doing the brick wall today.
Did you put out an Instagram post?
I should have. Yeah. He needed a hard Instagram post as the reminder. 8:43. We still doing the brick thing after the pod today. Him, is everything there? If so, then yeah. Me, it's there. Him, let's do it. 10:25 while I'm driving into work, I get a call from Chris Chalmers.
Yeah.
I think it's the first time he's ever actually called me.
Yeah.
And then I was like, what's up? And he's all like, oh, man, are you haven't started taking everything off the wall yet? Nope. Wasn't the plan. Okay, because I'm driving to Pigeon Lake, man. I just can't make it work today. But let's do a pod on Monday. Chalmers, Monday's a long weekend. No one's working.
We should all work on Monday. Makes us do a pod, then fans us because it's the long.
Yeah, because he's at Pigeon Lake.
Yeah,
on the water.
No.
So Tyler is watching the Blue Jays game on his phone right now.
Yep.
And just totally zoned out. And that noise you just heard him make, he was mad.
George Springer made a good catch. Anyway, so yeah, Chalmers totally bailed.
Definitely did make a good
What
hit.
a podcast. We just call Chalmers lazy. You're watching a baseball game.
Yeah.
Two Otanis sitting here ready to square off against each other.
So yeah, Chalmers said next Thursday we'll start with it.
Sure.
You
Next,
know what?
that's
I'm not going
inflation.
to put
You know?
all my hopes and dreams on this.
I told him, like Chalmers, I asked him, I said, this needs to be done by the end of August. Like, do you have availability? Can it be done by that time?
Oh yeah.
I have a tree at Little Brick that is going to have to learn how to trim itself because the only guy I know how to work power tools won't help us.
I trimmed so many trees over the weekend at my house, so I'm trained now. I'm ready to go. I'm in a zone.
Do you have
I'm in
a mechanical thing or a
little sawzle? Took 2 full truckloads of the Nation truck to the eco.
We might be onto something here.
Might be.
How the construction man?
One tree trimmed because it has to be perfect.
Yeah.
I need one that stops scratching my roof.
Me too. But it goes up like too high, so I think I need someone who's actually trained.
Oh yeah, like, can you put it on a hockey stick and
just get a chainsaw and just throw it.
Stack
Just
up
throw
your
it and then
table
catch
and
it.
chairs
Throw the
in your
tree.
yard,
Yeah.
and then throw it from a higher vantage
Yes.
point, or climb up on your roof
As
and
it falls
throw it from
down,
there.
it'll cut a bunch of limbs.
Yeah,
stand
You just gotta
on
get it
2
spin on.
saws
Mhm.
and then hold the other saw and saw it down.
consider
Put a saw on
replacing
each leg and then a winch and then lower yourself
Yeah.
with
And then
saws on
Scissor kick. Saw kick.
That's how you trim a tree where I'm from.
Consider replacing both of your arms with saws.
Yes.
Instead of Edward Scissorhands.
Edward Sawzle hands.
One
Tyler
time I was
Sawzle hands.
originally trying to trim a tree in Little Brick. My brother-in-law came to say hi, and he said that he found me with a running chainsaw in one hand and a Google open in the other saying how to trim a tree. And he walked in, he was like, no! And I had to put it down. He saved
I'm
me that
worried
day.
because the tree goes up again like 10 feet higher than my roof. And I need to trim it so it stops rubbing up against the side of the roof. And I'm like, if I just do it myself, like, I might fall in the neighbor's house. But my neighbors recently have been letting a lot of garbage just blow onto my front lawn. So now I'm kind of like,
Tit for tat.
tree goes through your truck, buddy. I saw a Reese's peanut butter cup thing on my lawn. I don't eat those. So
Shame on you.
Why?
I don't like peanut butter chocolate combo.
Oh, what?
Oh
So
my
you
God,
like
dude.
both independently?
Yeah.
Holy
It's
shit.
too
That
rich,
is the-
too
What
rich.
on earth?
That is
my-
the perfect combination.
It's too much
of the two.
stimulation. It can only handle so much.
He says watching multiple videos at once while recording.
I like
a podcast.
cheese. I
shocking.
like burgers, but not together.
Oh, I don't
That's
eat
too-
cheese on its own either. No way.
I used to be like that. I'm getting more and more into eating only cheese on its own.
I love
Especially
cheese.
halloumi, for
I
God's
don't
sake.
like just
Try the
biting
halloumi.
into cheese.
Well,
Isn't
I mean,
it?
you slice it nice and thin, put it on a little cracker.
Well, on a cracker, yeah, I'm in.
It became later in the game when I realized there was more cheese than cheddar and white.
Yeah.
Because for a long time, I would just hit that one part of the grocery store up. And I was like, there's 2 kinds of cheese. And then
And sometimes I smash it
Yeah,
together.
sometimes you get marble.
I'm a marble
you
guy.
Smash them together.
shit. What is it, my birthday? I wouldn't be eating that marble cheese. But there's a whole other kinds out there. Delish. We're going to make you into a sophisticated aristocrat yet, your MJ.
Yeah, man.
Like cheese goes great with red
I
wine.
only drink port. You'll have
Oh.
Babe Ruth gout.
I love port.
And my,
Are you into the port?
Not yet.
See, look
Have you
at these
tried
guys.
it?
Not yet.
Oh,
I'll only eat
after
my
it.
steak.
Oh, a post meal port. Are you kidding me? Has to be tawny. Unbelievable.
I'm chugging cherry Four Locos till I'm dead. Probably because of the Four Locos.
I had another
Icing
thing
myself
actually.
every time I open my fridge, you know?
Good morning.
I had another thing in my personal life that has been causing me some stress.
Your engagement?
Well, sure.
Planning a wedding can be stressful.
Mm-hmm. No, my
When are you going to drink the 1 liter cell?
that.
So
wow, I was
What is a
about to
properly
laugh.
aged
staring
Bud
at
Light
it.
So
soda?
cable and internet.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
I was with one company for a while.
Uh-huh. Say it. Just kidding.
$180 a month was my
Oh,
cable and
God,
internet.
it's so gross. Yeah.
Seems high.
Uh-huh.
Amber got a job. Her job comes with a discount with a different provider. So we called this other provider and we were like, hey, like, what kind of price can you give us? So they go, oh yeah, $135 a month, and you get faster internet and you get same cable. And we're like, oh damn, good deal. We're in. So we sign up and called first. Oh damn it. Maybe I'll even bleep that out.
Who cares?
No, yeah, who gives a shit? Call them and I'm like, hey, we're leaving because we're getting it for $45 a
and they're
month
like,
cheaper.
wait a minute.
And they go, sorry, you got our best price right now.
Oh,
And I was like, God damn, okay. Week goes by, they call us again. They're like, hey, you're leaving? Like, what gives? I'm like, I told you $45 cheaper. If you match it, I would like to not go through the headache of changing everything though. So match it. No, we can't. Okay, done. Cable boxes have been ordered from the new place. They're in the house. Everything's been changed over. We do our phone bill with them now, got new phones. Everything's done. Calls again. We can give it to you for $125.
$10. You switched back, didn't you?
I've never gotten angry at someone on the phone before, but I was on my way home from my vacation.
He's becoming a man.
Oh, so I had nothing but time. And I low-key laid into this guy. I was like, so you can give it to me for that much cheaper, but for the last 4 years, you've been telling me I have the best price. That doesn't make me want to stay with you anymore.
Man, you gotta get
And I
better at
offered
complaining.
you to keep me at 135.
I said twice, and you guys thought I was bluffing twice. And he was like, oh, like, I'm so sorry, and did this whole thing. And I was like, nah, man, like too far gone. Like
no one bluffs
more.
at your M, Chuck.
I call my provider at least every 2 years.
Yeah.
To grind down a different.
So then we get everything sent in.
I
Our
don't know who
first
my
billing
provider
cycle
is.
hits, and it's $20 more. And I was like, what the? You said I was getting the same thing as before for $135. They go, but you asked for 3 cable boxes. The other 2 are $10 more a month. Okay, didn't tell me that. Yesterday, I finally got around. I set up all the cable boxes, right? Do it all. Also, it was a big thing. They were late sending the cable boxes and still billed us for like 3 weeks. They're like, sorry.
Man, you got to call back and grind on it.
Oh, we did. I go to hit record on Big Brother, which started last night.
Oh, yes.
And it says, you have not unlocked this feature. So I'm like, what the hell? Call them. Hey, I can't PVR anything. Oh yeah, that's $30 a month if you want a PVR.
What? $30 a month.
You got bamboozled.
And I was like, what are you talking about? And he's like, wow, that's what it says on my sheet. He goes, that's weird though. Used to only be 5. I was like, you shouldn't have told me that, buddy. Also, I'm not paying a cent. How about that? And then I was like, the other company called me. The guy gave me his personal work line or whatever. I'll call them. They got me at 125. I still have their cable boxes sitting right in front of me.
Fucking
and the guy was like, I'll forward you. Sat on hold for 10 minutes. Someone picked up the phone. They're like, yeah, $30, man. I was like, I told the other guy, this is not going to fly. And I'm yay close to hanging up and going back to the old people. Got my PVR for free.
Let me give you a little tip.
Good man.
Yeah.
Little tipski.
Fuck.
Oh,
When you talk to somebody or they call you, just go, put me through to customer retention.
fair.
That goes to the department that can help you with all that shit.
But it's just such like a, how is this stuff
It's like
not
you've been
like,
in the game.
how is this stuff not mildly more regulated?
I used to work at a call center. I know how it goes.
It's like you've been in the game.
Yeah. Customer retention people.
like, how can they just,
Straight through.
they gouged me
Well, they
for
can't give
years.
everybody the best.
I know,
They have
but
to have
like,
like a middle of the road, like a bell curve. People get really good deals. People like me who get ripped off.
Like I brought mine down about $75 a month because I upgraded my internet. I also upgraded my TV package, but for $75 less because I was on the phone grinding for like an hour.
Yeah, if you're willing to put in the work, you can definitely.
yeah. And like, I was sitting there watching the Jays game. I had nothing better to do. I was like, I will sit here till I get what I want.
My
I will
favorite
threaten
one is
you.
I go, how long have I been a customer? And they'll go, oh, you've been a customer since this. And I'm like, how many payments have I missed? Oh, well, you haven't missed one. I was like, well, I'm leaving. And then you do the dance.
And then the other company called again and was like, do you have anyone who you think would want to take on your subscription? And we could just transfer it to them.
What the
And I was like,
fuck?
you want me to pawn off my shitty cable deal to like my buddy? That's insane.
Hey, have you ever thought of going with these guys? I'm like, no. You're like, you should. In fact, I could get you this. I don't need 3 cable boxes in PVR. I don't.
Yeah, it's
need
like, are you going to get a commission for
Yeah, what is this? You
referral?
get a
What is
deal
this?
if you hand it off to me? Aren't you doing their job for you?
Yeah.
It's annoying. And I never want to go through it again.
Well, I had to call the phone company the other day because around the first of the month, they meter my internet for some reason. And I get a notification that I've used up my X and now it's metered. So I call them and I'm like, what's going on with this? Like, what am I doing that's using up so much data? And they're like, well, I don't know. We can just see that like you're just streaming lots of stuff, not in a Wi-Fi environment. I'm like thinking about my life. Wanye Jr. everywhere he goes insists on streaming Coco Melon because this is the only thing he cares about in life. Is
Oh, this is on your cell phone.
Always.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Everywhere we go, it's Coco Melon. And I'm like, oh, that's what it's his fault. Son of a gun.
Charge it to him.
Wow. Don't kid yourself. He's already owes me a few things.
He's got an invoice plus.
He's got to learn to pay his own bills.
One day he was walking around the house with keys, like in the crack of dawn, and opened the trunk of Mummy's truck. And it got ransacked by hobos, and it was his fault. So he
pressed the button and opened it up. One time I came home from hockey at like 12:30 at night and my liftgate didn't close and it snowed that night. And I'd like whatever coins and like whatever you have in the front of your car. No one went in there.
Snow though?
Oh yeah. Good amount of snow. And then my neighbor across the street texted me 6:30 in the morning when he goes to work. He's like, hey man, your tailgate's open. I don't know if I'm supposed to close it or not. It was on my Jeep. So like, it was like open like that. And I was thinking like, if someone walked by and was like doing their thing, testing car doors, they probably saw that and was like, way too good to be true.
Why didn't they do that for me?
This is a trap.
Yeah.
Like the tailgate's going to close and trap them in there.
No, if I was walking by, I'd be like, this is a sign. I need to rob this fool.
Anyway, so that's what's been going on in my life, fighting with cable companies.
Well, you're winning.
You got to grind, man.
I just
Best deal you
recently
can.
ground it down. Grind it down. My cell phone, I'm saving $75 a month, and I'm going from 20 gigs to 150 gigs.
150 gigs. You know what kind of Coco Melon you can stream?
That's what I was saying. You should call him out.
You got it.
I bet you me and you were on the same
Tell
vibe, 'cause I got
her
that
to
too.
my phone. Tell her to my phone when you need Coco
How
Melon.
about this? With my new provider,
I gotta
so you know
get
how
my
when you go
phone.
to the States, it's like $13 a day?
Uh-huh.
I added onto my plan for $10 a month for the whole year. I get anything in the US. My plan is transferable.
Yeah, I have that too.
Yeah. So when we went down again to Seattle for those 3 days, mine was just nothing. My phone kept going, and Amber had to pay $13 or $14 a day we were down there. It makes way more sense to just always have this $10 thing on your plan.
100%. And then also, you can get like I got that weird upsell. Like, I believe in certain types of insurance in life, life insurance being one of them. But the phone one you can get that's like $10 a month. I've twice lost my phone and gotten a brand new phone replaced. So like that's like $1,500 each time because I pay $10 a month. I will always pay that $10 a month.
What's a Coco Melon plan on that thing?
Well, infinite.
Because I also called, because I'm on the phone with Frank a lot.
Yeah.
So I needed a bunch of US minutes. So I also got my plan upgraded. Man, what a difference.
It helps.
Yeah.
It helps.
I have unlimited Canada US calling.
I do too. And then I also have like 80 gigs of data or something like that.
Well, one of
It's
us.
pretty funny. I remember like when I was in high school, so like 2015, like 1 gig of data was like, whoa,
Massive.
I
What
got
am I watching?
all-
Pirates of
Yeah.
the Caribbean?
I can do whatever I want.
How about this, Tyler? When I was in high school, I used to work at Radio Shack, and thumb drives for like 100 megs of space were like $200.
Megs.
Yeah.
Megs.
I just bought a terabyte for like 60.
That's insane.
It's wild.
And it's like that. Oh, it's crazy.
Mhm.
It is crazy. Come on.
You could have put 6 songs on that thumb drive.
Speaking of computers, did you see Zuckerberg's totally unscripted conversation with his wife on WhatsApp or WeChat? You see it?
No.
He put an octagon in the backyard for fighting, and she's like,
But the grass.
Mark, my grass. He's like, lots of free space. She's
I've been
like,
working on that grass for 2 years.
Meta had their PR team construct that conversation over the last 8 years. It cost $2 million.
So last night I'm out for dinner and I start just cracking up laughing because Wanya and I keep going back and forth on this fucking Zuckerberg thing.
Mrs. Zuckerberg does not want him to fight MMA, but they haven't come out and said it yet. So there was a clip of her ringside watching an MMA fight, and she's a doctor, right? So she's like this, and Zuck's beside her just thrilled. And then there was this.
Yeah, then there's the gas. Then I was just like, I wonder what Zuck's house looks like. So I sent you the 5 things that he's knocking down to make Super Mansion, but that doesn't even go into the Hawaii mansion that he's also got.
Yeah. Zuck bought all the surrounding houses in San Francisco, knocked them down, and rebuilt them with no windows looking over his yard, and they're rental tenants. Wow, he has so much security that if you're like trying to live in a suburban
it's
house,
for his team.
there's 15 people parked on your lawn with submachine guns. It's kind of weird, right?
Let's have them be your neighbors instead.
Yeah.
That's smart, yeah.
But the rehabilitation of Mark Zuckerberg's image is quite funny.
Oh, fantastic.
He's like, I'm just a guy. My wife doesn't want me to have an octagon on
I
our
like
small 1,700 acre estate in Hawaii.
Well, if Zuck was jujitsu Zuck in his Harvard days, he probably could have just muscled the Winklevi off you're not fucking.
They're in big trouble, hey?
I'm gonna beat
Why
the
would they
shit
do?
out of it
The
for
Winklevoss
Bitcoin?
guys? Yeah, for their crypto.
Crypto.
Yeah, they're
Were they
whatever
rug pull
they're.
or something?
Well, they're under SEC something.
Winklevi.
But Zuck's in more trouble.
Ah,
All the governments of the world calling him on the reg, being like, can you
Wow.
stop
that doesn't even touch Priscilla worried about the grass.
the grass, Mark? The grass.
I spent 2 years working on it.
Yeah.
I spent 2 years hiring the right people to
We have
get that grass the way we
1,600
did.
people working around the clock on our estate.
I like in my head thinking of Priscilla having a push mower out there.
Just the other day when you were hiring the Octagon development team, I said to myself, this is going to interfere with my lawn.
Did you see the
Where was he where he was
backyard?
saying like, oh, I train with my friends, remember? And it's like his friends are like 8-time UFC champion, blah, 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 and a huge airplane hanger.
You just shredded him.
He's jacked, man. Like
Yeah.
I don't know that he would. I think he would probably beat the hell out of Elon Musk.
I have a hard time believing
A trained athlete against a schmo.
I have a hard time believing that he could beat or that he couldn't beat Elon. Yeah.
Elon's like in his 50s. He's out of shape. Zuck's all shredded now.
Yeah.
Well, and like, I think obviously uncoordinated.
Zuck or Elon?
Zuck. Oh, no, sorry. Fuck.
Elon.
God.
But
What about
Elon
Kimball?
has the otherworldly shadiness of a South African emerald miner coursing through his veins. If you don't think he'll
cutthroat.
poke your eye out
Yeah.
or some shady shit, that ain't the South African emerald way.
Yeah.
He'll bite you.
TIF. This is Africa.
That's right. So who knows? But I think Zuck looks like an MMA fighter now. Like he is.
No, he does. He does.
Shredded like
He
an
does.
MMA fighter.
I love it.
And you know that he's been training. Like people make fun of me because of the metaverse. Pow! I'm gonna fucking kick some ass.
That's all he does right now is train.
I love
As they
Shredded
wind
Zuck.
down Horizon Worlds, hey, he's just fighting in the garage and they dismantle his shit.
you had to shelve the metaverse. So he wouldn't go
65
small.
million.
Meanwhile, stock price is going. zzz.
Because they cancel that nonsense.
Sometimes you got to create your own drama to drive up your stock price.
God bless him.
If you really think 65 billion went to the metaverse's development, if I got a bridge to sell you, eh? Where do you think that Hawaii Octagon money came from?
Fucking right. I love it.
Should we talk about why you both wore baseball jerseys today? Or maybe why you did. I don't know if it's the reason you did. The Riverhawks game tonight?
Just support.
Yep. Support.
You're coming to the game, right?
I don't know if I can. Something came up. I'm going to try.
Oh, good.
I hope there's no fireworks.
I think that's a Saturday thing.
It's an everyday thing.
Is
Let me
it?
tell you.
Why don't you want there to
He's
be
a neighbor.
I'm a father of a 3-year-old
Oh, and you
who
live
wakes
by-
up to Vietnam and he's like, dang, the other night we were hanging as you do. You're trying to put him to bed and like the fireworks start and I'm like, shit. So I go downstairs and get him some milk and come back upstairs and he's sitting 90 degrees in the bed, chilling, watching fireworks out the window. Like there isn't a 3-year-old on earth who's going to go to sleep during and Uncle John's Fireworks is now a team sponsor. So you know they got that post-game money.
Oh, Uncle John, that's a guy. That's
They
a guy I
are
want to meet.
shooting out fireworks. So
They
all
are
I hope
shooting
for the Riverhawks tonight is keep it on the low.
He's got 2 ads in there, Uncle John's Fireworks.
He's got. And doesn't he have
Do
like?
you guys actually know him?
Doesn't he have like multiple locations?
Uncle John?
Yeah. We looked
His
it up.
company is called Uncle John's Fireworks.
I know, but do you know the guy?
I
Like,
feel like I do.
That's my uncle.
Yeah, I feel like I do.
He's all our uncles.
Yeah.
And he loves 2 things.
His aunt?
3 things. His aunt, definitely fireworks.
Oh, yeah.
And judging by the image of Uncle John on the outfield wall,
His PCP.
his cannabis.
You know what I'm going to do, man? I'm going to get into the fireworks game. That's a blast.
If Cheech had a firework company, it'd be Uncle John's.
Uncle John, it's legal now. Why don't you just sell weed? No. I'm selling fireworks.
That's why he's got 2 ads. He forgot he put the other one out there. So he got that banner up on the stands.
I don't like how that Dark Sky Distillery stole the Oodle Noodle secret ad placement in the outfield fence that you can see driving by. I don't like that they
I know.
took that.
I know.
When we originally had an Oodle Noodle banner, they're like, where do you want to put it? We're like, anywhere we want. Yeah. I'm like, we'll put it way over there. Like as a secret, because then people driving by can see the Oodle Noodle brand. It's a secret billboard. It's genius. Now Dark Sky Distilleries took it. Our outfield ad looks good.
Yep.
I liked when there was the Oilers Nation one. That was the ground rule double of hockey websites or something. That's
The
funny.
best.
Now we have to change that because
We're not the ground rule.
because we hit a home run.
Ah,
With a home run.
You should put an ad that just
Of
says, hit it
baseball.
here, Jay, and then your social underneath.
yeah.
so tonight we're going to the Riverhawks game and we're partnering up with, it's a big partnership, Riverhawks, Oilers Nation, Oodle Noodle,
Mm-hmm.
and Make-A-Wish.
Make a wish.
And we're going to watch the game, have a good time. I'm going to apparently get to use the t-shirt gun.
That's
That's
cool.
exciting.
That's cool.
Do you get to drive the big hat?
I don't know.
Oh,
Did you get to meet
Take it
Homer?
in steps.
Maybe I'll be Homer tonight.
That's cool.
Anyways, and then after the game, we have 5 listeners and then 5 contestants that won from Oodle Noodle, and everyone's going to get a chance to hit dingers.
Yeah, we're gonna do a little quick home run derby. You get 10 cracks.
10 cracks.
I'm nervous because it took me
Me
more
too.
than 10.
How's Make-A-Wish involved in this?
Because it's a fundraiser night for Make-A-Wish. So there's a few things. I don't know. Well,
People weren't like raising money for you to go hit a dinger.
no.
Oh, I
So
see.
it's
It's not your Make-A-Wish.
the theme. Well, my wish, my wish was to be able to go and do batting practice on a major league field. So like it's kind of connected. So
you push an 8-year-old with a curable disease out of the way. I want to hit a dinger.
So it's like a wish night. So there's going to be a nice young man there who's going to be granted. He doesn't know this. That's why like I don't know if release. I don't know say names, but he's going to be there, and they're going to be granting his wish.
They're going to let a Riverhawk play in the MLB.
They're going to stop the game. And they're going to do the wish reveal for this kid, which is kind of cool.
That's awesome.
So in the name of like making wish and letting people have like unique experiences, they wanted to open up because the whole home run thing turned into a make a wish conversation because the Riverhawks, heard us talk about it. So they wanted to grant the ability for more people to come and try and take batting practice and try to hit home run.
Cool.
So
while we're on that topic, good time to plug Oodle Noodle's Hot Box, which I tried a few weeks ago, and it lives up to the name. It is a hot box. So tonight, if you're coming down to the Riverhawks game beforehand, just go stop and crush some Oodle Noodle. Why not?
I had one on Monday. I love them. I'll murder it. It is the perfect for me. It's spicy to the point where I still love it. Anything too much more than that, I would probably be like, all right, this is too hot. But like, man, it's good.
It's good flavor. What do you think of that dish you tried a week and a half ago? We can't talk about it too much because it's in development. Remember?
Oh, the rice dish?
Tokyo Express just comes and copies everything we're doing.
Yeah, it was great. It was delicious.
Yeah.
Had a little bit of heat there. I'm a big spice guy, so I liked it.
And it's also vegetarian too, which I didn't think I would vibe with. So I'm excited for that one to come in September.
Yeah, I liked it.
You know what else me and Baggedmilk are excited about at Oodle Noodle Baggedmilk on the socials? The video memes we got in the tank.
Yeah, I did
memes.
I did a reel on the Oodle Noodle account yesterday. Probably did the best of any of those style of memes we've had in a while.
Really?
Yeah.
The memes go in like a super burst because I'm just saving them. And then one day it's like, it's time. And we got video memes coming. They're funny. They're good.
The good thing is I also got, I had to get a new app on my phone to put them together properly. And this new app I found is way better than the old one I had. So memeing became easier.
Well, there you go. We're going to step aside for a quick break.
Perfect.
Before we keep going on with the show, because there is actually some Oilers stuff to talk about, got to give a shout out to Wilhauk Beef Jerky, WilhaukBeefJerky.com. 3 spots to get in Edmonton, Leduc, or in the Edmonton area, Leduc, Spruce Grove, and inside of West Edmonton Mall. Find out more about what they can do for you, WilhaukBeefJerky.com. It's by entrance 44 in the mall if you're looking for the kiosk.
What that by?
Right by the Ice Palace.
There you go.
That's all I know.
As a former mall employee, I know all the entrances and phases.
I only know entrance 50.
I need you to tell me what's around. I could not tell you a phase or entrance.
Now, is there an entrance 1? Does it like go from 1 to 50? Is there that many entrances into the mall?
So, yeah.
Wow.
Entrance 1 is 4 kilometers underground.
Yeah, I feel like
I've been down to the depths. The place I used to work for had a storage locker, and you had to walk like almost underneath the wave pool.
Isn't there people living in the tunnels of
Yes,
the mall?
there is.
My NDA.
Yes,
My former roommate used to be security at Web once upon a time, and he used to have to be like, "Hey, get out of here!" Yeah,
Back alleys and whatnot. Yeah.
There's
Anyways,
a ton of
Wilhauk
shit
Beef
down there.
Jerky made from 100% pure Alberta beef.
and it's
That's
delicious.
That's quality.
That's the
right
most
there.
important thing you need to know.
Yep.
it's going to be, a segue to our golf tournament. I know we're not trying to segue to it.
No, we are, because there's an update on the bidding.
You're taking a segue to the golf
We're
tournament?
going to segue to the golf tournament.
I would.
And when you get there in your swag bag, there's going to be some beef jerky.
What?
My recommendation, based on personal experience, steal your teammates' jerky from their bags.
Yeah, get there first.
Yep.
Act as if there was never any beef jerky.
Mhm.
Put it in your pocket.
Yep.
When you go take a bush pee, take a bite.
Pocket jerky.
Speaking of golf tournaments, there was a photo of Connor and Leon at the Zach Hyman, and I was zoomed in on Leon's thigh. He has this bulbous muscle like you wouldn't even believe. And I was waiting for somebody, and they come in the room and they're like, "What are you looking at?" And I was like this far away from Leon's leg, and I was like, "Oh, nothing."
Did you zoom in on the picture of Bouchard's elbow, though?
No, what happened to that?
What?
I want to find it, and I want you.
I didn't zoom in enough on golf tournament photos. I'm not the Oilers fan.
His elbow? This is
all wonked.
So is this elbow issue enough to bring that contract down a few $100K?
I think so.
All right.
Did it turn you on?
Are you an elbow
Are you
guy?
into elbows?
Mm-hmm.
I watched My Strange Addiction yesterday.
Did the Oilers?
Eye-opening
That
experience.
guy sexing that car. It was funny.
Wow.
Hey.
That was a lot. It was a lot to take.
Did the lady with the roller coaster on that episode?
No, there was also in that episode was a girl who was addicted to snorting baby powder.
I love how we're leading with Oilers news about Leon's thigh and Bouchard's elbow.
Look at Bouchard's elbow. What's going on there?
Oh, what is going on there?
He's probably got some bone chips in there.
Like a calcium buildup.
That's like Popeye's elbow.
See the bulb on McLeod's leg?
Oh yeah.
It ain't like that on Leon. It's bigger. Anyways.
So the other big Oilers news, Ryan McLeod signed. I think he did the Oilers a bit of a solid again. Trent Frederick got $200K more. Ryan McLeod's better than Trent Frederick.
I like Trent Frederick. I also like Ryan McLeod. I don't want to be a knock against Ryan McLeod.
The dream was under 2, but as arbitration cases started coming out, it wasn't good.
It's just, but like the threat is it could have been 2.5. So like that's why 2-1. You're like
2-1.
That's okay.
I think 2-1's a win. I think under 2.5 is a win. When you looked at like what Noah Cates and like that other guy Dorofeyev in Vegas got, 2.1 is a massive dub. Huge.
So now they have 4.28 left. Bouch to sign.
That's
3.
it.
Just sign
My elbow's all wonky.
He's
Can't be signing
$1 million
$1
deal.
He's getting 2 by 3.9.
Fuck. That does not help us. We need to
What do you
accumulate
mean?
cap space for the trade deadline.
We will.
Yeah, that puts them under. They
I
would
know,
just have
but
to have
like,
a 20 man
but it could
roster.
be $1 million we start accumulating that can be 3 million, or it's 400 that turns into 1.2. What would you rather have?
It would have been nice if it could go under 3.5, so then they could have the 22 man roster and just have an extra body around.
Yeah.
But
Or the option. Yeah, well, I guess you bring a league minimum guy, you can send him down.
3.5 would be interesting. 2 years by 3.5.
I don't think it happens. I'm going 3.8. That's my guess.
I want 3.9. A hair more than what Miller and Byron got.
It should be a 1 year.
No, you want the second year. The second year is valuable in this, Jay.
I don't disagree.
1 by 3 or 2 by 3.9, you take 2 by 3.9. If that guy gets to arbitration,
you know what fucking drives me nuts?
When Daily Face,
you know what fucking drives me
6
nuts?
times 49 as the total contract value, as though that's the annual contract. That's what drives me nuts.
Is everyone is slating Bouch as the number 1 right D?
But he kind of is, though.
That is a fucking problem.
Oh, I agree.
Because he is a number 3.
We're out of money. Gave it all to McLeod.
I agree. But that's just, it's
so like we have
current state,
like,
that's the way to go.
It's bad. And it's like not a knock, like Bouch, great offensive side, but like, you know, not like the best defensively.
get there.
Just got to keep believing.
Oh, good Lord, Jay. We're not doing this on August 3rd.
I do this 365. I am unwavered.
He's looking for value contracts and his sleep, your M-Chuck.
I know.
While you're just handing out bags of cash to every UFA with a pulse.
Yeah, the second year is valuable with 3.9. Fuck.
It's the points. Points are sexy.
But Jay, it's what every other young D-man gets.
Do what Ryan McLeod did. Take a bit of a discount. It goes a long way.
Not for him personally.
When Ryan McLeod is
400
50,
grand
he'll be
is
so
200
happy
grand.
he didn't get that extra 500 grand over
400 grand is 200 grand.
200 grand's a lot of money.
On top of 3.5 million, it's like, sure.
I think he's just got to be the next face of Rexall Pharmacies. Then it's good.
I just, if 3.5, I'm fine with. But if it's 3.9, that fucking sucks.
He's got that goo-goo eye. You want to put him in an ad?
No.
Come on.
With that elbow, could not be
Goo-goo
an
ad.
ad.
No, that elbow can't do it.
3.9 is a good deal for Bouch.
Fuck.
stand
Says,
by
are you his agent?
Yes.
Speaking of agents,
Speaking of agents,
how about
the fact that Connor McDavid's agent is now running the Oilers?
that tells me Connor's here, and this is what Stoff was tipping his hat about the other day.
And
saying
Frank
they're
the
going
other
to
day,
stay.
Frank bumped up his 50-50 to 75%.
Really?
So in the last 48 hours,
Stroke of genius. Because I'm sitting here, I'm like, I think this is a good thing. I'm trying to process it.
It's like I told Wani on the phone this morning. I'm like, let's just hire all of Connor's people.
Except for Cam, because he doesn't need the drama.
Well, he could be our CFO.
He doesn't need the drama. Let him be in Toronto.
Everyone's going to think
Someone's got to watch Connor's money.
Let him be a star in his own. Give him his own spotlight.
We did this exercise in the
Maybe the
office
penguin
earlier,
from the Adventure ad can.
and
That's cool.
Cam McDavid turned down our hypothetical Oilers position.
But like, is this his contract is just so one sided that he's just sitting there, Mr. Cates, and he knows he's going to get the most amount of money ever. And he's like, what else could we possibly do for you? He's like,
Hire Jeff
hire my
Jackson.
agent to be in charge of the team. We got that.
And it's not
we
even
can do
like
that.
it's
Make
not
the
even like
logo
it's
my
an-
dad's face. We got that too. What else you need? I don't know. Every odd chair in the arena is named after me. Connor
Fine,
chairs. 1 Connor, 2 Connor.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like, oh, never mind.
I think it's a really good thing. I know, Jay, you were kind of like grappling with the idea of like, ooh, what does this mean? Is this a good look? I think it's great. Like, this isn't just like some guy Connor McDavid kind of knows. Like, they've been tight for a long time now, right? So
He's not GM.
but that's the other thing, too. He's a step above GM.
He's a step above the president.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Paul Coffey is now the new designated guy that Mr. Cates yells at.
Yes.
He's now Bob Nicholson.
So Mr. Coffey's like, you know what I got is my hearing aids turned off.
He is now president and
Special advisor to the owner.
special advisor, president. So he's Bob Nicholson's role.
That's a
Plus special advisor. And Nicholson's becoming special advisor as well.
Yeah.
Nicholson's thing is like a
Last stop
you're gonna run out your
train.
contract. All right. We're not going to fire you. We're not going to fire you because we respect you. But
Can the burger still be named after me?
I was going to say, are they taking down the Bobby Nicks?
what's Jeff Jackson's meal going to be?
Tacos.
No, it's going to be the Paul Coffee. You have $9 coffees.
Oh, nice.
With a hot dog in it, no button.
Just a cup.
Cup of coffee with a hot dog to stir it. $48.
Anyways, yeah, food ideas for what we can name after Jeff Jackson on the menu.
Now
No,
that
you
we
named it
know,
after Paul Coffee. He's the one who took over Bob Nicholson.
Okay, sorry.
Unless you want to call it the Double J Jam and jalapeno.
There you go. We're getting somewhere.
I don't know.
A
Jelly
burger
bean.
with jam and jalapeno.
I still need to know how the Bobby Nicks burger was ever came to be. Like, who brought it up on which side?
And it wasn't like like they did the photo shoot with him and
He
his
was on
burger.
the wall.
When the arena was opening,
It
they
just
were like,
doesn't make any sense.
No executive anywhere else has a burger.
No. Like, was this something offered to him? Like, hey, you wanted it? Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
like, who pitched it?
Exactly. Or was he like, one final thing?
I want
Cheese,
the burger.
lettuce, tomato, $85 and flavorless. It's called the Bobby Nicks, and I insist you sell it.
Yeah. So Jeff Jackson didn't just represent Connor McDavid, also represented Connor Brown.
So,
and also Wasserman represents Evan Bouchard.
Yeah. So
He also
he
represented-
negotiated the Connor Brown.
So I like the idea of Jeff Jackson knowing this was all happening.
I'm sure it
And
wasn't a shock.
And him being like, Connor Brown's like, so what are my offers? He goes, you got one? It's Edmonton, $775K.
Nobody
Connor
else.
Brown's like, what? Like, I can't get like guaranteed money. And
Nope.
Jeff Jackson's like, nah, man. Connor Brown's like, I heard someone was going to give me like 3x3. No. Couple league mins.
Coyotes, you don't want to go there.
Yeah, but like, let's be honest. He's not getting a league min deal. Like on the
I
books,
know.
it is, which
I
is
know.
great. That's good accounting.
But it's also a bit of a sweetheart deal.
Come on
Imagine
down
Jeff
to-
Jackson, though, was surprised by that happening and he like signs the deal and then he's like, what? Imagine Connor calling him and being like, hey, how about you quit your job? Like, why would I quit my job? I'm one of the best agents in hockey. I represent Connor McDavid. How about this? You get to move to Edmonton. Fans will shit on you when you go to the 7-Eleven to get gas.
But now you can start Jackson's Java. Everybody's having a good time.
That hot dog and that big coffee.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like a great guy.
He's wearing a wearable in the one ad.
He does have a friendly face.
Very friendly face. Type of guy you'd want to sit down and have a beer with.
Maybe they'll be nicer to us.
I think it'll be interesting because he's obviously a very well-connected individual in hockey. Like, what's he going to do to modernize the team?
Jay, will they be nicer to us?
What's the question?
The oil? Will they be nicer to us now? New guy.
Oh man.
Hey, wearable.
I just
Apple Watch.
I operate on the sense of just like never expect it. And if it comes, it comes.
That's what she said.
Yes.
And she
Expect
too,
the unexpected.
She too was disappointed.
Jackson's Jambalaya.
There we go.
There.
Now we're clicking.
$48.
Yeah.
But
$24.99.
it feeds two. Like you got to share it with someone next to you in a very
Yeah.
large bowl.
And it's served
No,
in,
it's still small.
Yeah.
it's served in a napkin because it's 15 cents otherwise for a cup now because of taxes.
And the
so
rice
you're
is
served
$15.
piping hot in a napkin. You have to eat it quick.
Yeah. Or they just pour it in your hand.
Oh, that's cool. Like a Peruvian jail.
Yeah. Come on down for Jackson Jambalaya. $48. Pour it in your hand. $12 extra for rice.
Pour it in your hand.
A one ladle of
So good, you can just pour it in your hand.
get there at 4 for 2 ladles for 1.
Eat it from the trough, you fucking pig.
Well, speaking, you know what? If they put in troughs, that would solve the fucking urinal piss problem.
The urinal crisis.
Yeah.
They should just remember
Troughs
that
are totally fine.
soccer stadium we went to in Spain where you walked around like the outside pillars. Remember?
Yeah.
They should do that with piss. so that there's just like outside,
river?
all the pee comes out of the arena and you can see it.
It would actually look cool.
It would look amazing. Like people come to watch the
four
flushing.
times. Yeah.
That's all you need.
4 times a game.
At the beginning of every period, the pee releases.
Some guy's got a little blood in his piss, and you're like, oh, hey.
Oh, it'd have to be a lot of blood.
You need to go to the doctor if you're seeing that, Mr. Yaremchuk. Not even on your mind.
Yeah, if we can bring back the waterfall off the high level bridge somehow, I feel like this is tying right.
I
in.
can't believe that was ever a thing.
What?
Really?
It's
It's
not
crazy
even
why
before
they
your
had to
time.
shut it down.
It's not?
Because they were pumping that amount of chlorinated water into the river. It was fucking things up in the ecosystem.
Yeah, which is weird. Why are they?
Why couldn't they just pump the river
pulling
water
from the river? Like
It's
just
probably too murky.
Yeah.
When
Anyway.
was this a thing? 2014.
Yeah,
They
like
used to
not
have
that
it
long.
running 24 hours a day in the 80s, and our city finances were in.
and the river dried out somehow.
Cool as fuck.
83% of
Clean as
city
the river
budget.
They would
is
only
in
do
the
it a
river.
couple times a year. They would do it, but it was Canada. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it was great.
It was our Niagara Falls.
Yep. For an hour. And most years it was broken. And we didn't complain.
You can see me there on top of the bridge in a barrel,
Cheering.
getting ready to go down the falls.
You could see Jay at the last one protesting, saying, "Don't stop the falls." He was
Yes.
the only man.
Mm-hmm.
Tied yourself to the outside of it.
Did you know that when Bill Burr came to town, he made fun of the high level bridge?
Why?
Because he said we've got the nicest bridge in the world and the ugliest bridge in the world is in full view of each other. He's one of the best. He the GOAT.
Eat a goat.
If you only knew how fucking structurally engineered, it's like how
1905.
how sound that
You
bridge
piece
is.
of shit, Bill Burr. He's like, I don't even really care. I don't even know where I am.
Or if he just had like the quick, like the first time you take the high level bridge and as you're going on, you see the mirrors and you're going, what the fuck's going on here?
You know what I'm pissed off about?
High level bridge.
No. We were going to go see Bill Burr in Vegas. And I pulled the pin saying, because I'm like, you know what? I just agreed to go to it in Edmonton. And I had to bail on going
You
to
didn't
see
hear
him
the
in
high level
Edmonton.
bridge joke.
I didn't. I'm so mad because we could have saw him for $90 in Vegas.
Could have.
Would have been a good night.
Yep.
Yeah, it was- instead, we won a bunch of money on the ponies. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that was great. Hey, remember, are we going to get our tax?
What's
Tax
that?
money back?
Well, you have to wait till year end.
Okay.
You file your taxes hourly, your MChuck?
Yeah.
Just to be safe.
Immediately.
His U.S. taxes.
At the end of
specifically.
every day, your MChuck files his taxes before going to bed.
Yep.
Another day in the books.
No. Something else I was going to say. Damn it. I forget. Totally blanking. I hate when that happens.
You got fired up by Jackson Jambalaya.
Yeah. Oilers down 3-1 to the Wild.
How many ladles would you like? They say. Hit me 2 ladles.
The Jays are
That'll be
losing.
both hands.
Yeah. I gotta get my wallet. Oh shit! I haven't thought this through.
Oh, Oilers Nation Golf Tournament. That's what I want to talk about. We have an increase in the bid on one of the 2 teams.
Oh, yours?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to
So
start
here's the
taking
deal.
to the streets here. Chalmers and I are going to make a video.
Email-
Actually, we got some video content that needs to come out still.
Ryan is in at $1,000 for the Jay Chalmers team.
Yes.
We now have a second
He's got
bidder
to experience the Jay and Chalmers
who,
experience.
for reasons he disclosed to me that I will not disclose to the public, he would like to not have his name attached to his bid for now. He is at $1,050 for
Can we
Tyler
see?
Liam.
Oh,
Their name?
Yeah, I can show it to you after.
Do we know them?
No.
I see.
Yeah. So 1,050. You got to go in increments of 50. That was the rule. You can email Tyler at OilersNation.com if you want to outbid Ryan or the mystery bidder. Again, $1,000 for Jay and Chalmers team at the Oilers Nation Open, $1,050 for mine and Liam's team at the Oilers Nation Open.
Is the mystery bidder Usher?
Can you imagine? He's like, no, it's my dad.
Usher Raymond? Singing recording star Usher Raymond?
Oilers Nation Open, nationgear.ca is where you can go if you want to get in. I know of someone who bought a Mosaic team today, my boy Brad Bay. So that means we're down to only a handful more
there's only a
Mosaic
handful.
spots.
I'm going to check I think we are down to maybe only 5 more teams.
5 more teams and then a handful of Mosaic golfers.
Yeah.
$1,000 a team, $250 for a Mosaic spot, nationgear.ca. It is happening September 1st at the Mill Woods Golf Course.
I've been talking to Maddie, who's been helping us organize the event. And there's going to be a lot of good stuff happening at the course.
like beef jerky in your gift bag.
Like beef
Not if you
jerky.
get it there first.
Well, yeah. Depends who you're asking.
Yep.
It's the guy who showed up second or the guy who showed up first.
Also, big shout out to the Millwoods Golf Course for hosting us this year. If you want to head out there, maybe you're
It's
playing
in great shape.
It's an awesome course. I played it for the first time when the 2 of us went. It was great.
it's in good shape.
They provide golf lessons. They got camps, available for juniors as well. Their pro shop is really good. I went in there after we golfed. They got a driving range. It's always got music going. That helps you get dialed before you're round. Love the Millwoods golf course.
Well, ever since I blew up my hand trying to hit a home run without gloves on, I now wear a golf glove.
I was going to say when I was,
I bought at the Millwoods golf shop.
When I was in your office the other day, I think I saw the wrapper for your new bag.
I got
gloves.
some gloves for tonight.
Yeah.
You know what I noticed though? It's the psychology of them. They make you grip the bat lighter, and that keeps you fluid. Yes. Well, for me mentally, I'm a head case. So
okay,
if I can just loosen up, that's where I unlock my power. It's when you try to force it and you're tense. It's no bueno.
Shoes too?
Quasi new. They just don't get wearing that much.
They're clean.
A fresh pair of Vans.
Yeah. That's what I'm going to bat in today, apparently, because I wasn't thinking when I left the house.
While you were gone, Jay, did you happen to notice that UFOs and aliens are real? Did you hear?
No. But you know what the conspiracy theory behind all of this is?
Well, I can tell you what's happening, but
okay,
go on.
sure. No,
I insist.
The conspiracy theory is just that this is a distraction from something else that's going on. Aliens have always existed, but what's the bigger thing? That's what someone on TikTok said. And then
So what's behind the aliens?
Yeah, like there's something bigger than the aliens that they don't want us to be paying attention
Larger aliens.
Anyways,
The
continue.
other day we were talking about how everything's coming up Tom DeLonge right now with Blink's tour plus the aliens thing. He just launched today a t-shirt on his own brand that just says Tom was right.
What a flex.
So tell me what's going on.
I think that a lot of the alien stuff we see is stuff that we control, right? So when you see a UFO driving around, you're like, is that ET? I think it's like we're driving the thing around, right? And I think they're going to do a fake alien something to scare us all.
Scare us into what though?
To lower interest
Consolidation
rates.
of power. Right? If all of a sudden there was one time Ronald Reagan went to the United Nations and made a speech about how he thinks the only thing that would ever end world war was if we were united in an external foe. Meaning if it was us versus ET, like in Independence Day, popular movie in the 1990s. I don't know if you're familiar. We are all good friends when we go to whoop ET. We have everyone's in a field. They're flying their flags. Everyone's coming together. That would be the end game goal. I think some real weird shit's afoot. And I don't think they just trot these guys out in front of Congress to suddenly spill the beans. Like, oh, guess what? It's real.
My pilot buddy sent me a video. They were flying back and it was at nighttime and there was this flashing light that would be here and then would quickly disappear and show up somewhere else. And then he's got a 30-second video of it.
That's sick.
So that's to me, it's about as close to firsthand alien exposure as I could get.
But why are we talking about it now?
What if aliens don't have thumbs? How scared of them should we really be?
I wouldn't be that scared.
If they don't have thumbs, they're a small threat.
You want to text me with no thumbs?
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
So you're a thumb guy.
How sexy are they?
Well, we will try to. Here's what I know about us. We will try to mate with them.
The other thing too is like
they have an
whenever you
orifice.
see-
Yeah. Prepare. Time for some hybrids, son.
The other thing too is like whenever people post videos of this stuff, it's always like a UFO that looks exactly like what Hollywood would draw up of a UFO. And like
Or would Hollywood try to like make it normal to make fun of people and say it's like a Hollywood production, what you're thinking of, because that's what UFOs look like.
Okay, I've seen Independence Day.
Yes.
Those ships are crazy.
Yeah.
I think if I saw one in real life, I would not be desensitized to it. I'd be scared as shitless.
What if though we are flying around in UFOs that we've reverse engineered? And what if we just decide to stage an event?
And what is our
I'm with you on that one.
Yeah. Oh, so if someone parked a UFO in the middle of the White House's lawn, don't you think everything would reorder so fast?
Oh, immediately.
Yeah. That's what I think the point is. It's weird, man, because when they came up with that TikTok video, the thing was in like crazy state. Like you were watching the news and they're like, will we all be dead by morning? And then back from commercial, Tic Tac UFOs are real. It was just such a strange time to drop it on us.
Did you see the TikTok that's gone viral of the fortune or the time traveler? There's some guy who like a few weeks ago.
Did he start on a plane in Eastern time zone and land Pacific?
No, he put out a
Alright.
thing a few weeks ago being like, these are my predictions for the next like however long. And then one of them was like in August 2023, they'll like have the cures for types of cancer. And then there was another TikTok about how they have some pill that's being developed, blah, blah, blah. So now everyone's going back to this other guy's video being like, oh my God, a couple weeks ago, like this TikTok came out of this guy who says he's a time traveler and he predicted this was going to happen. And he has all these other predictions.
Are they right?
I'm going to find it and send it to you. Well, no, the other predictions are for like 2024 and
Don't
beyond.
send me no TikToks. You know how I feel about the Chinese.
Didn't you just say you saw TikTok?
If you click on a link, you are implying that they can have access to your phone.
This podcast is taking a weird turn.
Do you really think that I want my memes for Oodle Noodle blown up before I'm ready to release them?
Probably not.
No. It's me and Baggedmilk's calling.
Mhm.
We've written more noodle memes than anyone on earth.
That's right.
Probably.
Guaranteed.
Mm,
Who? Who better? Who
the
knows?
world's a
Who
big
dat?
place.
What did that Cousins guy say in that thing?
Gosh, dang golly.
Who dem? Who that be?
Oh yeah.
Who day that?
No. It's,
Who do you think
you like
you
that?
are?
Who that?
You like,
is?
yeah, you like that?
Yeah,
You like
come
that?
Do you like that?
I'm 2 episodes in. I watched 2 episodes. Crawford got up at 5:30 this morning, so we watched the first 2 episodes of Quarterback.
Prime time viewing.
It is actually a really good time to watch television. I also watched Big Brother last night.
I have not. Promising start.
I fell asleep. It was a long one last night. So I
They're
fell asleep.
trying to. I don't know. I don't know if it's jumped the shark yet, but it was
Big twist off the jump.
But like, is it exciting?
I don't know yet.
Yeah,
Twist,
that's
what
the
is
thing.
it? What?
We still don't understand it, but essentially, like they try to make this fictitious story. We had a break in at the Big Brother house 2 nights ago,
That was
Balls.
terrible.
and it's like 3 past characters. They come in and they operate this laser to try to put them in a time machine to go back to their season.
To make TikTok predictions for your M check. Just send them back to their own season.
Just in back to their own season to try to win. And something goes wrong, and now it's created the BB metaverse or something,
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
So there's 4 unique
Now there's-
worlds within the house.
Yeah.
This year.
I don't like this.
So but it's
In
like
real
they've
life
done
or
this. They've
meta?
done this thing
In
before,
real
but they're
life.
just packaging it up differently.
Yeah.
But now it's like,
But that, like, as you guys will see when you watch it, that bit was awful. It's like you
the
should
writer's strike is
you
on.
should have waited for the writer's
But
strike.
you
to
know what?
end.
I was impressed. Like, obviously, I thought Frankie was going to be a good actor, but is it Tiffany? Who was the blonde girl?
As soon as the seasons are end, they're gone
Not
from my
Frankie
head.
Grande.
Yeah, he was back.
He's back.
Frankie.
Just in this bit,
Ariana Grande's brother?
She was really like I thought their acting, like albeit cheesy, was still good.
Oh, I thought it was terrible.
Julie Chen Moonves still
Awful.
going by 2 names?
Yeah, and she's also
Bless her.
changed the Twitter handle to just JC Moonves now.
Yeah, there's no time.
How's that rock looking on her finger? Enormous
Bigger.
and forgiving.
Yeah, I think it's a fresh one.
Meteoric.
That was so bizarre when Les Moonves was getting in trouble that she came out the next for the first time in
Ever.
30 seasons was Julie Chen Moonves that week, standing behind her man.
Yeah, it's wild. Season 25, but it's also fucking me up a little bit because it's starting in August as opposed to June or
And it's
whenever it is.
100 days.
It's going into the Oilers season. Plus, I've got Love Island that I'm watching. Like, how am I going to keep
How do
track?
they expect you to keep up?
Yeah, what are they? And they're going against football because it's on Sundays and Thursdays. Like,
Yeah.
it's a
Football,
very-
hockey, baseball playoffs, and Big Brother.
I'm sure they're not worried about going against hockey, but
I know, but in my personal, like you said, it's Oilers.
Yeah, it's my personal life.
Yeah.
When am I going to watch Love Island? It's a great show.
so
Wake up at 3 in the morning, watch an episode, and go back to bed at 4 like a man.
Yep.
there's some interesting characters as always.
Yeah, I mean, I hate the first handful of episodes, if I'm being honest.
I know
I
they're
need
brutal
some business to
they're
get going
so
here.
fake.
And
I
like, you
don't
can't-
know anyone's names.
Yeah, you don't know who's who.
I'm annoyed because I'm still thinking of last season always and like, oh, I remember that happened. Yeah.
And then you get to like week 6 and there's someone there who you're like, holy shit, you're on this season. Wow.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I forgot you since your intro bit.
Yeah.
But then
Floaters
one
get a life
awesome
vest.
drama moment happens. But week 7 and I'm in.
Yeah, that's what I need. I need week 7.
I need the lady who knows she's leaving to lose her shit and throw every single person in the building under the bus.
That's right.
And then stay. Evil
Because of
Dick
it.
style.
Falcon twist. Evil Dick's still with us.
Yeah.
Good on him.
Yeah.
He was ill.
I can't tell if he's up to good or bad stuff.
Not good.
Well,
assure you.
his
I
name
tell
is
you,
Evil
Evil
Dick is a
Dick.
bit of a giveaway.
Mike Boogie's also up to no good.
He
Oh,
is-
that's who I'm thinking of.
they showed clips of him, which I was shocked because
Yeah,
I thought
I was
he sullied himself.
wasn't he in the clink?
I don't know, but
Wasn't
I remember
he,
him threatening Dr. Will with
We
a
got
gun
a
or something like
restraining
that.
order against him. That's not
Yeah.
Chill Town.
No, definitely not Chill Town.
That's not Chill
Opposite of Chill Town.
Yeah.
Thrill Town.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's restraining order town.
Kill Town, essentially, is what he's
Yeah.
looking for.
Yeah. He was like, you wouldn't go on like Belarusi and Big Brother After Dark with me and cost me all this money, Dr. Will. And Dr. Will's like, I have a career.
He's like, I'm literally a doctor.
He was showing up at his house and shit.
Although Dr. Will now looks like a plastic man.
He doesn't.
Well, but he should because
He's
he's
getting
got to
his own
represent his
supply.
brand. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
got to represent his brand.
If you're not getting Botox every 14 minutes, are you even a doctor? He looks like a Ken doll.
Oh yeah, he does.
Yeah. I noticed when he does like the round table thing, I noticed last season, I'm like, that's not the handsome Dr. Will I
No.
His
remember.
face doesn't move.
He looks like a cat, like a
He looks like
Cheshire
he's
cat.
wearing a mask of Dr. Will.
Yeah. He went to Halloween Village or whatever it's called. Spooky Halloween.
Julie Chen Moonves just looks at him and is like, I wouldn't be caught dead in your clinic. Hey, she doesn't age.
No.
No. Because she got that less,
Yeah. She's got that less
that
moon.
CBS,
Golden
settlement
parachute.
money.
Yeah.
Yeah, got that golden parachutes money behind her.
Well, good episode, guys. Jay, I know you have a meeting, so
49 minutes ago.
Allegedly.
you had a meeting 49 minutes ago. So we'll see everyone tonight at the Riverhawks game. Shout out to Will Hawk Beef Jerky, Oodle Noodle, Make a Wish, I suppose. The
Shout out to
Riverhawks.
myself because I walked here today and I'm planning on walking home. So I'll be home sometime
Hop in the
prior
nation
to
truck.
the season opener.
All right. There you go. See you, everybody.